Most people would see a mild-mannered 1953 Nash, but there is a beast lurking under this hood. I'm Chris Woodyard from USA Today, and we're here with Paul and Shirley Kenny of Thousand Oaks, California. What do we have here? The name of this car is a mouthful.
It's a 1953 Nash Rambler Air Flight Convertible.
And what is that under the hood?
I've got a 440 Magnum under the hood.
A big, giant 500 horsepower engine.
Yeah, 500 horsepower Dodge 440 Magnum.
Tell us about this car. You got it when, and what did you have to do to it?
We picked it up in 2011. It was sitting on a ranch up on a mound that had almost a 90-degree angled drive to get to, and by the time we got it down, a friend of mine and I went up, picked it up, we got it down, we brought it home, washed the mice and rats and whatever else that were living in out of it, and began and just cut the floor out of it, and basically what was usable was the shell. Everything else we had to build and fabricate, and I've got a lot of friends that would come over and help me on the weekends, and we would weld up the frame, would build the engine on my engine stand, and another friend of mine went through the transmission to make sure it was right. We put a CUDA tail shaft on it because what was there wouldn't work, and a lot of trial and error. Mustang 2 front end, 9-inch posi rear end. It's a beast.
So most people would look at this and say, what a gorgeous 53 Nash, but what they don't know is there's a lot more cars here. Just how many?
There's 23 different cars in it.
And give us examples of some of the parts that you've built into this thing.
There's a Monte Carlo floor, the Le Mans rear suspension for the 4-link. There's a 9-inch that's been narrowed out of a 69 Boss 429. The engine came out of a 72 station wagon. The heads are off of a 70 Dodge truck. The transmission's out of a motorhome with a CUDA tail shaft.
And you can go and go and go.
It goes on and on and on and on. But the obvious things that you see are the seats. Those are out of a BMW convertible.
This was a labor of love.
It was. We did this so that we could do a long drive with Street Rider magazine, and it was a blast. We drove it 1,500 miles a day after we finished it, and it wasn't easy the first few days because we were breaking it in, but you know, it was.
We made it.
So if you're looking for a Nash that has the world's largest engine in it, well, not quite, but on its way, this guy has, and this gal have got it. For USA Today in Burbank, California, I'm Chris Woodyard.